wonderful way to finish off with the last few moments of our sunset safari with the lions. Sorry, just waving hello to some of the other vehicles that are making their way into the sighting. There's one lioness here. This is the one that I think has the suckle marks. There's also two males and a female that I can't see at the moment, but Elvis tells me are just around the corner. Unfortunately, it's something of a, not a traffic jam, that's the wrong word, but space is limited at the moment since they are doing some alterations to this waterhole, which means that there's lots of equipment and large machines about. But we'll settle for now with the view of this gorgeous lioness eyeing right up against the water's edge. Ah, here we go. Chandra. Awesome. And this, I think, is Amber Eyes, if it's her from this morning. And you can see male showing plenty of interest in her. She's a little bit irritated with him. Tail thrashing a bit. She's going to ignore him. I think he's going to continue onto the dam wall. Keeping a close eye on where she's off to. He is round-bellied and full. She, on the other hand, is not really. She's hungry. She's going to be wanting to find food. Oh! How cool is that? Just in case you needed a reminder of just how fierce these females can be, she gave him a very clear message. Told you she wasn't very happy. She was a bit like this morning as well. Amber Eyes doesn't take any nonsense from anybody. Hey girl. These boys been harassing you all day. Well, what I think might be happening here, and I'm just going to change the angle of the spotlight ever so slightly. And in fact, I'm going to take the spotlight off so that we've got this incredible lighting coming from the other vehicle. Look how beautiful this is. Now, what I think is happening is I think the pregnancy hormones are causing the males a little bit of confusion. Now, he's not the only male here, there is a second one, but they've been keeping a distance from each other, almost in the same way they do when one female is in estrus. And I think the hormones are just confusing them. And I think as a result, they've been harassing both the pregnant or lactating female, as well as Amber Eyes. I think she's been caught up in this as well. And she is just so fed up with him. Wasn't that incredible, that deep snarl that she gave? Couldn't have given him a clearer message if she tried. Now here's an interesting thing I've noticed about Amber Eyes just while we're looking at her, which I've never realized before. The backs of her ears are not as black as some of the other females in the pride. When she turns her head, and she will at some point turn her head, be able to show you exactly what I mean by that. The black on the back of her ears kind of only comes back sort of up to about halfway. And it's not nearly as dark even as this Birmingham boy's the back of this Birmingham boy's ears. And it's just one of those things that you start to notice when you spend an enormous amount of time with these animals, especially with our incredible cameras that give us the best possible look or glimpses. Whoops. Spotlight gone. I'll provide my own light for now. But it is just one of those things that you pick up on. Now, Lynn, you were wondering if they will still mate if she is pregnant. The answer is usually not, no. However, that isn't a an absolute certainty. The reason I say that is because I recently heard a story about a female leopard that had just given birth and was seen mating with a male, probably in a way of almost pacification and protecting her newborn cubs. Lions might fake an estrus cycle in order, physically, it happens automatically in their bodies, in order to convince the males and to help broker a peace deal. So we've seen it with females when they are in the middle of a pride takeover and they've got young cubs. They often apparently come into false estrus and try and distract the males by essentially seducing them and keeping them away from their cubs. Here comes our second male. He's just emerged up out of the drainage line, and the guests in that vehicle are about to be head height with him. They've been doing this morning as well plenty of urine spraying and scratching their back feet, scent marking the area. Oh, look at that, guys. I can't shine, so I'm not sure how clearly you can see that. I know it's very grainy, but I can't obviously shine straight into the faces of the guests. But just look at that. Look at how close he is. First of all, how close he is to them, but how eye level he is with the driver of that vehicle, with Abel. That's hilarious. Imagine how you would feel if you were the guests on that vehicle and this was your first safari experience. Imagine what it would be like being eye level as it starts to get dark with a male lion. We're going to try and test our infrared ability. I'm going to try and work out how on earth this works. Chandra, what do I do with this?
Same as a normal spot.